Go.
Yes, you're gonna
You have a
to
pen, Adam?
Oh, the one I'm using.
I'll go,
You
I'll
can
go,
take borrow
I'll go
one
home from
from
the.
So should we even take attendance, being that it's only us two?
Whatever.
Sir, as acting secretary tonight, could you please take
Yes,
attendance?
Moritz, seeing
I
that,
didn't take that.
please take roll call, Moritz.
I will. Dalen Garcia, Emily Garcia, Hector Van,
Present.
Jessica Mendoza, Kevin Mackey, Mario Pineda,
Present.
Claudia Luces.
Could you please make sure you always add next time? Our acting secretary.
Moritz. Thank you, Moritz. Moving on. Order of business, deferrals, additions, deletions. Seeing none. Public comments. Any public comments? Seeing none.
Yeah.
Well, actually,
No, but you
I
go.
don't know if this is a public comment or something you guys might want to add to your order of business, but there was two emails, actually, you know, what? I'll leave that for staff update.
Okay, yes, yes. Hector.
So I'll make a public comment. So apparently last week, in this very same room, I think, there was a meeting. Might have been the mayor's conference room with our school board elect member, Mr. Alonso, and some town officials, looking at what was posted. Mr. Alonso posted that this past week, we discussed local priorities with town of Miami Lakes municipal government officials. We discussed how we could work together on school improvement, enrollment, traffic safety, and preparing our high school graduates for career paths. It was, I'm sure, a very productive meeting, except I see no representation from EAB there. I know it is town officials, and I see 3 sitting council members. I see the town manager. It's a person the other, I'm assuming some of your counterparts. I just think, you know, I just keep seeing the political side of things, right? It seems like we do all these meetings and not all the stakeholders were sitting there. I wish that the town would have reached out at least to, I don't know if they reached out to you, right?
They know.
I think the whole EAB should have been present, and we're all gonna be aligned. And how we could actually work together on these school improvements, which we have tried to do, have been criticized for. School enrollment, you know, which is what we're trying to do now with our event. You know, all these are issues that we have discussed at one point or the other, and yet nobody was sitting at the table. So again, moving forward, I just wish, I don't know if any of them even watch these meetings or our recordings, but I just wish that they had included at the very least the chair, even though I think it should have been the whole EAB. Seems there's been plenty of room in that, and space in that room for all of us. So that'll be my public comment. I'll leave it at that.
Thank you, Hector. For the record, I was not invited to the meeting, nor to know of the meeting that you speak of. So
It's just disappointing.
it is disappointing. I'll send an email to the council members asking about that meeting. But I appreciate your public comment, Hector. Any other public comments? Seeing none, we don't have any minutes to approve. Staff updates.
So I had Dave Christian School reach out. I know I forwarded the message to all of you. I just wanted to bring it up. So, you know, I cover my bases by sharing with you, but they want to be a part of the event. I leave that up to you guys. And I also want to mention there's a second organization, I believe, that also reached out.
I saw the email.
What are they
I
called?
know you don't want to be part of my public
It's
comments. I
called-
understand.
They're called the
Me?
vocational, they're called the Division of Vocational
Yes.
Rehabilitation.
Yeah, so
That's the FDA.
you
So-
guys received the message. I just want to make sure that it's.
I'll open up that for discussion between the 3 of us. The goal originally for the showcase is to keep the kids within the public school system that we have in the town of Miami Lakes. That was the major goal that we were seeing. Why are we losing the kids in the public sector? Why are they going to the charter and why are they going to the private? So if we invite the private, I think that is going against our main objective, which was how do we keep the kids within our schools? And our schools are public schools.
So I think it's more than that because we did invite Lady of the Lakes, right?
which is within this town of
Right,
Miami.
right. So I think the true goal is to keep students who reside within the town in schools within the town. Right? So when it comes to that one particular school, right, they Christian, my concern about it is that they Christian, as of today, and I know there's talk about annexation, all these things, right? As of today, does not sit within the town.
Correct.
And if we were to invite them into it, then that means that we have to open it up for everybody, right? Why can't we invite
Matter
PSN,
Lakes.
Matter Lakes, a country club, or, you know, all these schools in the area?
And I think it inherently goes against the purpose of the showcase, which is to showcase schools of the town. And
Right. And let it be known, like I said, I know that HML is one of the schools, I know it's not within the town, but it is the home school for most of our kids. So that's why they've always been included. So my concern is that if we open that one school, then we have to open it to everybody.
Correct.
So I don't think at this point we should include it. I mean, I appreciate their willingness to come. I wish we had a huge space, a bigger space that we could
But
showcase everybody, but
I agree. So I believe that at this moment, we should not, should not extend the invitation to them. On behalf of.
just explain, we do appreciate it, but our concern is that if we do that exception, then we have to do it for all the neighboring schools, to the north and to the south and to the west.
On the basis of the other, organization that wanted to come, I don't have a problem with them having a table outside. They want to be a sponsor, they want to be some kind
And
of.
let it be known that that department, that organization is directly under the Florida Department of Education. It's not like some organization, it's the
Correct.
Florida
Department
Department
of Education, so.
So.
It's a resource.
And the topic, right. So the daycares and the childcare centers never replied, right? You said you were gonna reach out.
None of the childcare is.
None of them have replied. So we were gonna set up 6 tables for schools.
We can set up one of those for that.
And there might be some district offices, no district office, I guess, has approached you outside of the schools that they want to participate.
I don't know what you refer to as a district office, because I'm
No,
not aware of it.
no.
Like, I don't know what.
So I had heard that
district
Project
office.
Upstart might want to be there.
I believe we could save the table for Project Upstart.
I think that have been
I have
talked
not
about.
reached out to anybody.
No, but I'm saying nobody has reached out to you.
No, no.
I don't think we should be reaching out, if they want to participate, they should be reaching out to us.
Quickly on a side note, you guys have a budget for this event? Or no?
They have a budget for events in
Events,
general.
yeah.
Okay.
Why?
No,
Why is your question?
what is, at this event, there's no expenses? As of right now, other than custodians?
Right.
Right.
Okay. Have you guys considered as a sponsor, I know maybe someone who maybe is interested, having like a coffee cart that gives like cafecitos to other parents who are there?
I'm up for that idea.
You're gonna reach out to them?
I can reach out to some
There's no
individuals.
fee. There's no fee to the.
If they sponsor it, no. If they sponsor it, I haven't asked them. If they don't sponsor it, then it would be a fee, or we just don't do it.
No,
but
we cannot afford.
We can't afford to,
If they
yeah.
sponsor it, then it's not a bad idea.
Yeah, see if they can sponsor it.
So we have no set budget other than the regular expenses. Now, we will be selling pizza and soda.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, so we're hoping
And that's money that goes into,
there's a way to fundraise because our budget was shut down.
Yeah.
Well, you were basically there. I
well,
remember your face.
my budget was, all the committee.
All the
Well,
budget.
committee.
I remember seeing your face at the meeting,
Right.
when they cut the budget. So we need to supplement it somehow, but we don't know how many pizzas we're gonna sell or how many sodas, so we don't want to incur any additional debt.
Gotcha, I don't know. Let's see if we can get a sponsor.
So right now we have, let me see what they are.
Now, if you can get spot,
If
but
we can get a
sponsors,
sponsor, the cart is like, if we have $400 or $500 as a sponsor, we're good. Because how the cart works, from what I know, from what I've seen at other events, is you get them for a certain time period. You get them for 3 hours and it's unlimited. So they charge you like $400 for 3 hours, and they come with a whole car, and they like, every single person, you can make a line and they get cafecitos. And they
So we have right now 8 tables.
It's at Robert Alonso.
Yeah, so we have 8 tables, okay, and we have how many schools, 6 schools, right?
6 schools,
6 schools, so we have, that's why we had said, we had left one for us, We don't need to sit, we don't need to sit.
Is it 7? Our Lady of the Lakes or something?
No,
I live in Lakes Decline.
We could add 2 more tables, we could add more tables if we needed to. The space is there.
Don't overcrowd it. Remember,
Yeah.
that's where the overflow of parents are gonna go after the presentations.
I don't have a problem because we have 8 tables designated as of now.
But we're gonna put tables outside, the daycares are not coming.
But then we put the, this organization outside or inside?
Put them outside.
I'm fine with that.
And because that's a resource.
It's a resource, yeah.
Right? The schools are doing the presentation, we move them to the other room, and the parents can inquire, whatever, and then if they need resources, we put them outside.
I'm okay with that. I have no problem with that. Then let them know that they're more than welcome to come. You know, that they will be setting up outside in the hallway area. Ask them if they need a table or if they will be bringing their own table so we can know.
Well, they better bring their own.
Yeah.
Month in.
Yeah, we provide table on Thursday, everything else is different.
Okay,
You need to include that in the layout and resend it to me then. I don't want there to be any confusion with the setup team.
so the layout I don't have a layout for the outside. So I'll send you, this is for the inside, there'll be,
So
that
that remains the same.
remains the same.
Okay.
So the layout in the outside, I'll send you one today.
Yeah.
So can we address, the
Right.
daycares then?
This address, no daycare has gone back to her.
Right, so it would be good if we could provide at least, flyers to them. So is there any way we can get like a list of who these daycares are that you identified and see if like some of us, you know, maybe Maritza and his buddies can help us out and
And check them out.
all we want to do is like give them some flyers and ask them to please give it to their older kids, the ones that are gonna be going to public schools or their school age kids.
And if they want to come to be a resource, by all means.
Yeah, but at this point, we're putting 1 or 2 tables outside, that's 1 or 2 less than we have for daycares.
Yeah.
If we had invited the daycares on the outside of the Roberto Alonso
Speaking of,
Center,
then, doesn't
we're gonna put
do we
tables
have a
and we're gonna be like
YMCA
resource.
park?
But they're not coming.
I know
Nobody
they do
said
some
yes.
programming, I don't know if they're currently. doing
Nobody has said
programming.
yes.
I know they do it in the summer.
So what is it that
Invite,
you asked?
I mean, if they have any program now,
Well,
invite
not
them.
necessarily just you.
Perhaps they
What
want to
I'm
have a
saying is,
resource
like,
table.
she has a list of daycares in the town.
Oh, yeah.
So we get like a set of flyers.
And does
you
the
know,
town have
50,
any
20
after school
flyers,
programming?
and go to the daycare and tell them, look, we're
And-
having this event.
And then
Can you
them
please
as well,
provide
that
this
way
to
we
the
have those
parents?
resources outside.
Or your kids who are school
For the
age,
town.
you know, we don't want to take
So
your kids
hold on,
away.
sending me the layout.
It's the ones who are gonna go to
Correct.
To see how
whatever,
we want to set it up.
Yeah,
kindergarten, 3rd grade.
once you
whatever.
confirm if they're in, then we'll do the layout. I was telling her to reach out to the after-school programs that we have in the town and to the YMCA that's in the town. There could be other resources outside. That way we have, you know, those resources at least.
As long as, remember, we have to limit it. We don't, it's not a huge.
That's
space.
2, yeah, that's only 2 on the outside and we have enough for 5 tables on the outside.
Okay.
The other thing, the setup time is 4 o'clock. They're allowed to be there by 4 to start setting up. We just have to let them know Martha, that the schools could, you know, come after 5, after 4.
After 4.
All right.
So. Event is 6 to 9, right?
Correct.
So this is the way I think it should go. Just my opinion, guys, and you know. So 6 to 6:15, you know, people will come in. We'll chill out, do whatever we gotta do, right? At 6:15, I think we should kick it off. And one of us will have to do some sort of introductions if there's any.
Welcome
Very
to the
To the
2022
event, if any
school
special
school
guest shows up,
showcase. I'd like to thank everybody for coming,
Yeah,
special guests, blah, blah.
special guest
Are
present.
we inviting our sitting school members?
I believe everybody's invited.
Okay. Did I hear somewhere, maybe, I don't know, I feel like I heard this in one of the meetings, maybe I'm zoned out. Was there a mention of the superintendent somewhere?
I believe the superintendent will be there.
Can you
So he can
ask
talk.
Martha for a list of I guess those
Well,
were.
who will be attending from? the
Dignitaries,
district?
like
Dignitaries.
I think, by the way, now we're speaking about things with the district, because that's where they're requesting a timeline.
That's what we're
Yeah.
doing
We're
now.
creating a timeline.
Yeah.
Because I was asking her certain requests and she's like, I need a timeline to let them know how it is.
Right, but we need to know the dignitaries because, I mean,
So we can recognize them and
recognize them if any of them wants to
the
speak.
superintendent probably is gonna respond. What?
Send me the layout that way. to send it.
Yeah.
So like, I know would the superintendent want to say a few words?
So 6 to 6:15,
doors.
open doors. 6:15, we kick off. So 6:15 to what?
6:15 to 6:30, open welcome
Right,
remarks.
welcome and remarks from
We lose
everybody.
just 15 minutes.
Well, but
EAB
just in case.
superintendent. Toda esa
And,
gente
you know,
no-
you never know.
Okay. So 6:15 to 6:30.
We need to confirm if the school board
Opening
chair is
remark.
coming. There might be a proclamation.
Remark,
school board
opening
chair.
remarks and the
Is that
commission.
something you
For
told
who?
me?
Well, we just need confirmation from Ms. Montanero,
Yeah.
who's gonna come.
Okay.
The superintendent's coming, the school board members
And then
coming.
ask Manny, because I know he's doing
So I'm just
that.
asking a general question, this is dignitary, that's all.
And then ask Mayor Sid, for the proclamation, does he want to do it at the beginning of the program?
I'm
No,
gonna
no, no,
connect
no.
you with Joseph, because that's.
No, if he's
Also
gonna do
try
it.
as
part of the mayor's
No, right,
office.
but if he's gonna do it, it has to be at the beginning.
So then.
Once we get going, it's gonna be too chaotic to stop everybody. Oh, we're gonna do it. No.
So then we should kick off, then we should let the mayor, do the
We do the
proclamation.
introductions. If they choose to do a proclamation there, we do the proclamation. If the superintendent chooses to be there and speak, we can let the superintendent speak. I'm assuming there'll be some region staff,
All right, so
present.
it's 15 minutes to, we'll extend it if we need to.
Right.
All right, so then 6:30 to,
Please make sure there's also an invite to the newly elected board member. We need,
And quickly on that comment, is it confirmed that Perla Tavares happened this room?
I have no information of anybody.
So let's say if she's not coming, is the
Yeah.
mayor's office still doing a proclamation?
I would hope not. What do you
They
propose,
were, I'm sorry, you said to invite,
Mr. Alonso?
does that go through those, through?
Yeah,
this
no,
one?
no, that goes
No.
through his office,
Reach out to Justin.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure Jessica, please invite your brother.
And does Perla know that she's gonna be receiving a proclamation?
I do not know what she
knows.
knows. I cannot tell you what she knows.
Okay, because maybe that would prompt her
To
to come.
Right, but that we, no matter what, we have to go through intergovernmental affairs for that.
Okay, okay.
So what she knows, what the mayor's office has reached out to her and,
Okay,
I know
so,
there's I know there's, an intent or a desire from the mayor to do a proclamation. That's all I know.
so then from 6:30 to,
Okay, so then we kick off the schools.
okay,
So I said, what are we gonna give the schools? 10 minutes?
10 minutes.
Okay, 6:30 to 6:40, just slot them. 6:40 to 6:50.
Let's start from bottom up.
So 6:30, 6:40 is, we're gonna do alphabetical order.
Right, so I would do Bob Graham, Miami Lakes, K8.
I disagree with that. I think you should do it by category,
Right,
so elementary, middle.
right,
Correct.
but,
Oh, okay.
but,
Yeah,
Yeah.
Right.
I got
So 6:30 to 6:40 is Bob Graham.
right. 6:40 to 6:50. Miami Lakes, K8. 7 PM is Miami Lakes Middle.
you.
Did you watch his meeting 20
6:50
times?
is MLK,
And okay,
7.
Miami Lakes Middle.
Okay.
7:10 will be
Barbara
Barbara
Goldman.
Goldman. 7:20 will be HML. 7:30 Miami Lakes Education Center. Now, Miami Lakes Education Center will get an additional 5 minutes
Just technical college. Is that one?
because they want to present the technical side too.
So 7:30, 7:40 to 7:45
No,
is
7:40,
technical college.
right. So, but it'll be the same percentage, it'll be one.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me go through it real quick. We've got 6:15 open doors, 6:15 welcoming remarks, 6:30 to 6:40 Bob Graham, 6:50 MLK8, 6:50 to 7 MLS, 7 to 7:10 Goldman, 7:10 to 7:20 HML, 7:20 to 7. No, there's something wrong. So this is actually
7:45.
7:35. Because let's go through it again.
No, 7:45.
No, but it's 6 to 6:15, open doors.
Hmm?
6:15 to 6:30, welcome doors.
Open remarks, yes. Okay.
6:30 to 6:40, Bob Graham.
Okay.
6:40 to 50, MLK 8. 50 to 7, MLMS. 7 to 7:10, Goldman. 7:10 to 7:20, HML. So then 7:20 to 7:35.
30, 10 minutes each.
No, because they get 5 minutes extra
Okay.
for technical college.
And even if they go 10, listen, these are approximate. Some schools may do 11 minutes, some schools may do it
So,
5.
All the schools are confirmed.
Yes.
Yes.
They will be here. I assure you
And,
the superintendent is here. They will be here.
right, here. And then 7:35 to
So at 7:35 to 8:30,
is just walking around.
right, then we go to the school fair.
We open the school fair doors.
And the resources on the outside. And
So
then-
7:35 to 8:30, school fair.
Cool.
And then basically over. It doesn't have to be till 9.
Right. Well, but some
Right.
parents, not necessarily all gonna be done by 8:30, but we do have to pick up and. So. The other thing we wanted to do, Mr. Acosta.
Mhm.
And you're very techy, so I was hoping you do it, and maybe you and oh my God, Emily could work on it since you're the more techier of the group. So it would be good to know, to create some sort of little questionnaire, like a little survey.
And on Google Forms.
But but we want to be able to print it. I have some printed. And so we had talked about doing a little barcode that people go in, it comes
A
out.
QR code.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know
Two ways.
which program.
Okay, I agree.
We want the physical and the QR.
Okay, a QR code for what?
Okay,
we want a
look at the
survey. Okay. We want them to know,
We don't want no names. We don't
Yeah.
want no names.
No
for the
names.
survey,
Yeah.
okay? What school, what grade is your child in? Like, this is the type of questions that I would like to.
what school you attend.
School you attend. What do you like most about your school, about the school? What do you dislike about the school?
Okay, likes. Okay, but we're not allowing the presenters to reply.
No,
So if Goldman takes 20 kids, they're not filling it out.
what do you mean?
No, we're asking everybody that
Everybody.
comes, all the guests that come in, all
I
the
understand
kids,
that, I
all the
understand.
parents.
If Goldman takes 20 kids, or HML takes 20 kids from the band or for performers, they don't do
No,
it.
we want, no,
No,
not the
no.
performers, the kids who are going to see a presentation.
And then put, if you don't go to a school within the town, why?
What keeps you from
What
attending one of
keeps
the
you from
schools?
attending school? That's the major question.
And by the way, when I say likes and dislikes, we could use other words, or.
What's your favorite thing about attending the school? What's your least favorite thing?
Right, or what would you improve about your
Okay,
school?
And then the major question is, if you don't go to a school within the town, why?
Okay, yeah, I'll take care of that.
Could you send it when you do it to Al, and maybe Al can send it to all of us? so
So
we
we
can-
could, yeah.
Yeah, fine. And last thing, so, okay, I'll take care of the survey. My question is, how are we ensuring, right, we have the superintendent going. How are we ensuring that there's actually gonna be people there?
So.
Because that pena, if he shows up and there's.
So
20
right now, we have 30 people registered, right? That scares me because we had 30 people registered for the mental health.
Does you have 30 people registered?
For the mental health, we had like 38, I think, at one point.
Very fast, and what you have signed up right now.
Really? I don't know, yeah, I remember, because I asked you in Danica, how many people have registered? So I know right now we have 30, you said, right?
Mhm.
So at our last meeting, Mr. Acosta, we budgeted $100 to do targeted or marketing, social media, which I've seen it. The sponsor is sponsored something, so I'm assuming that's it. So we expanded 5 miles outside of the town boundaries,
To see that would work.
right, through social media. That's why we want to go through the daycares, the after-school programs. We're trying to hit the community in the most cost-effective way, because we don't have money to send mailers to all the houses, right?
Correct. Can you also send an email to Ms. Montaner asking if these schools have created any kind of incentives?
Well, I just wanted the
These-
flyer has
these-
been
yeah,
sent out to
The
the
flyers,
school.
are- yeah. Ask if the flyers have been sent out to school and if each school has created some type of incentive for them to come to the event.
I'll tell you from my school, I've not received anything.
You see?
But I remember, I wasn't here at that meeting, but I remember you guys had read it somewhere about incentives.
Yeah.
So what's the deal with that?
Well, each school has to create their own incentive. We can't give
We're
a
not
general
providing.
incentive on the flyer. Each school has to create their.
And I saw an email from Torres, that he was gonna make sure that every school has an incentive.
Correct. So that's why we're asking for them to reach out to them to see if they created something.
Cause that's kind of like an urgent
nobody-
thing.
So nobody can dictate about incentives, right?
Well, the district.
So we cannot tell, the schools to give incentives. We don't have the money to give incentives, right?
Right.
And even the schools, I don't think they can force the teachers to give incentives, right?
Right, correct.
So what would the incentive be?
Community service hours.
No homework
Homework hours, correct,
pass.
that's what I saw
you know,
Mr. Torres talking.
But really, we cannot force anybody to do it. That's up to them. If they want to have.
You're absolutely right. We can't force anyone to do it, but if we're all on the same page on this event, right? And from the school to the teachers to the principals, the goal should be for them to provide something, because at the end of the day, it benefits everybody. It benefits the teachers, it benefits
So-
administration, it benefits.
So I would hope at the very least that from your school and all the high schools,
Community service.
well, no, what I'm saying, at the very least, the seniors will be, because there will be the technical side. Not every high school kid
Yeah.
who graduates
It
gonna
could
go
be,
go to university or college.
Okay.
Maybe they will benefit from seeing what, the technical side, the college side of Miami Lakes Education Center might have to offer.
I guess, I think it's,
Speak freely.
So yeah, don't be afraid.
I'll say, to be honest, I'm scared about attendance. So I think it's like the most important thing right now is that we are in contact with the district, like within the next 2 days, because the event is almost here. At least I can't speak from other schools' population, but at least from HML, it's gonna be difficult to get seniors, most seniors to
Oh,
it.
I agree.
They don't,
So I don't anticipate many of the high, listen, if you're in HML, you're ready to go to HML, right?
Right,
The only reason why you would come is if you're interested in the.
or
in
if
the
there's an
technical
incentive.
college.
Or if there's an
Right.
incentive.
I think more like like, for example, all the eighth graders who are going to high school and want to see what all the high schools want to see, right? Maybe some of the fifth graders were expanding outside of the town boundaries. Maybe the fifth graders, I don't know, at PSN, at Dupuy, at mine, I don't know.
Ideally, what I recommend happen is that every single school send out Connect Ed calls.
Right?
We have to coordinate through the district with administration, that every principal sends out a Connect Ed, especially those in elementary and middle schools. Especially the eighth graders and fifth graders. Parents,
Right.
you don't know where you want to go to middle school, you don't know where you want to go to high school. November 10th is going to be a showcase so that you get to meet the staff and what programs they have and everything. Connect Ed, because you can't trust the kids to give the information to the parents. You have to hit the parents directly.
So the school board at the last meeting when we discussed this, and I think you might have been, so they committed to doing their own advertising, right? They will do internal advertising. Obviously, they're gonna want to know that we as a town. Because there's no point, look, the kids who are in the K-8, the two K-8s are probably gonna stay there, right? So the kids who are in fourth grade, in sixth grade, seventh grade, they're not gonna be flipping back and forth. So we don't, they don't want to be recycling kids amongst our schools. What we want to know is how do we attract new kids into our schools, right? So, and that's why it's important, if we could hit those
The
daycare,
daycares is the key.
the after-school programs, all these extensions,
That's fair. To me, my priority, and this may sound like a little irrational, but it's to have people there. Because the
Absolutely.
superintendent, it's gonna look bad on the board if you have the most important individual in the school district come to our event and there's nobody there.
Correct. We
So
don't want what to happen at the,
Right,
Yeah.
right.
that's
So-
just, because it's just embarrassing.
it is.
It's embarrassing.
So again, listen, I think we're doing what we can, it's 8:35 at night and we're sitting here, right?
Right.
So I think we're committed to hosting a good event. We have no control over what the schools do.
I don't have no problem going to daycares once we get the flyer. We can
Right,
print some
yeah.
flyers out. I don't mind hitting up the daycares and trying to see if we can get some of them to, commit, giving out the flyers and maybe we get some reaction there, but
But if
Absolutely.
if you can let us know what the district
The district was sent the flyer a week or two ago when. Emily
So they
was
have a
sent it to
flyer.
you.
Yeah, you
You
can
guys
follow
are
up,
copied on it.
but no one's received anything.
if you can
from-
please follow up and ask, hey, with the events coming
I'm
up.
gonna follow up with everything you guys have
Okay.
discussed, because I don't wanna be sending piecemeal, because then things get
Gotcha,
lost.
exactly,
I'm
exactly.
gonna send an
No,
email
with
based on like
everything.
things that they're expecting an answer from me, I know for the run of the
Right,
show.
yes.
So I owe them stuff, I will give that to them in an email with everything and I'll copy.
And what else were they requesting of us?
That's it.
That was the one thing, so that they could figure out
So
where
you-
to put the superintendent.
Yeah,
in
he's gonna
terms
send me
of
the layout for that and
getting
then- and then-
remarks. I think that's what it was.
Quickly,
So we know, so based on what you're saying,
Let me
we
pull
know
it
for
up
a
so I can
fact
read it for you guys.
that the
I don't
superintendent
wanna-
wants to give remarks.
I think that's what it is.
I think it says that.
if the superintendent's at an event, he's gonna say something.
Yeah, of course.
And quickly, while I'll look that up from the mayor's office, this is what I have. Yes, the mayor wants to give her proclamation at that event, hopefully, but her assistant has not yet confirmed. I will follow up with her tomorrow.
Okay, so we don't know. who's gonna-
I can follow up. So,
Yeah, so it says, in preparation for the school showcase, the district staff is working to request the superintendent's appearance for the state. To that end, it would be most helpful to have the agenda or run of show for the showcase that provides time for the opening remarks, speakers, and any other detail that might help in the organization of schools resources for the first annual event.
So so it may be the only annual. So, somebody from the EAB will do it, right? And then I think the mayor can do the
Proclamation. and-
If she
the
goes,
proclamation, if we can confirm that the school board chair will be here. And then we will.
When you say school board chair, where are you referring? to?
Perla Taveras.
I don't follow, I mean, I'm not.
Right,
a
right,
school, so
right.
I'm
She's,
not-
Then her to follow
I thought
is,
she was the one that, is
Correct.
no longer.
no,
part of
no,
it.
no,
no,
she's still part of
she
it.
still has it because she turns out.
She turns out in November is when her
Oh, so
seat.
it's still.
Yeah.
She still has
That-
it.
This will be her
Sorry.
last event. let's
Mr.
say.
Alonso is not officially. a
He's
school
not
board
correct.
member.
He hasn't been sworn in yet.
I thought it was already. done.
So she,
But I think he should be invited because he's the
Right.
incoming
Correct.
board member for our.
So do you need me to do
We
anything
weren't invited to the
about,
last one.
no, from Perla, no, because it's really the mayor's office who has to confirm.
so I'm not doing anything with Fairlaw.
No,
No, that's the
It's
mayor's
more
office.
The
inviting
mayor's
the-
office, the mayor's office is gonna take care of
Yeah,
I just
that.
want to make sure that I'm not.
You're,
missing
you're,
whatever you
you're,
need
you're, you're just sent out to,
The district?
no, the news, what's the
from me.
name?
Okay, got it.
Realtor?
No, Roberto.
Oh, Roberto Alonso?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
have it
We
here.
will deal with Mr. Alonso, even though he did not invite us to his meeting. I think it was the town. I don't think it was, I don't blame him, I blame the town. They're not inviting him.
Jessica, just message, she's asking, can we give gift card prizes for dinner at the
No,
door
we have no money.
for those that attend?
Tell Jessica, she said that, like Jessica, you said
She's
our last
here.
meeting, I
If
know.
she's willing to sponsor, yeah. Okay, moving on. We need we need to find out who these dignitaries are. That way we can save them a parking space. Because I know that'll be an issue at the park. So just let the park staff know that we're gonna need some spaces saved for them.
You guys will have to let me know the total amount of spaces, and I'm sure you'll let me know based on whatever. we
right,
get.
Whatever, yeah.
But I'll give them a heads up that we'll need us.
Okay. On the basis of the coolers for the refreshments that you guys will provide that, right?
You guys put it on
Yeah,
the list,
put the-
okay, then you're fine.
Okay.
And the ice, we provide the ice, we
They
provide.
provide the ice.
We provide us.
We just have
If
to
they
get the
don't
water.
notice.
I'll get the water. I don't have a problem with it. I'll get the water. We gotta ask that day to call Mike for the
Pizzas.
pizza.
Anything you guys buy, please grab my credit card and use it. So that it just, so that, to avoid any reimbursement, because the reimbursement.
No, but the water I'm gonna donate. I'll donate
Yeah,
the
but we
water.
gotta buy soda.
Well,
too.
whatever you buy,
Oh, you got it.
just,
So we'll get
just
the
coordinate
the
with
card.
me for you to pick up the card and use it.
Mhm.
And I can give you a tax exemption.
So when is that,
Yeah.
so we have to do that by that Monday, I think.
We'll coordinate, if anything, we'll go together, no change.
Una noche, vamos una noche,
Okay.
we'll go to Costco or BJ's or something.
Yeah,
What else are we missing? Anything else? Oh, I did talk to Tony. Tony said no problem on borrowing the
TV.
TV. Please,
So,
we
yeah.
need to talk to Intergovernmental Affairs that we will have a multimedia station TV for them to, put in a USB for their presentation.
However, if any school is gonna present, it'd be good if they could send us ahead of time the presentation so we can download it to one central
One.
place.
Yeah, correct.
We
So
just,
I'm gonna put a district or any school. Any school wanna present anything.
right, and any multimedia, you know, if they have, any of the schools, town 6 schools,
They need to send it.
like, so they do like a PowerPoint or they
Yeah.
do something like that, if whatever they want to say, to please send it to us so we can like upload it and have. one
Correct. And then we
central
can
place.
put it in alphabetical order or the chronological order that's going in, and then they could just play it off of that.
You wanna give me a deadline that I give them?
Week before,
Week before at least. Is,
November
This
3rd,
event's 2 weeks away.
right, November 3rd. Listen, the schools have their PowerPoints, they've been doing it, they've been going to schools presenting already, so.
and it gives enough time for your multimedia
Mm,
expert to put it together.
If you can just ask the schools, just so you know with spacing, how many of them are bringing, if any, if they're bringing any performers or anything like that?
but
Well,
they
I
might
think
not
we
know
had
what-
asked, you
when-
guys had asked something similar, right? Like, what are they gonna be doing, right?
Right,
I haven't gotten.
but
those.
listen, we're not gonna be bringing bands,
Okay.
because if I bring HML's band, then I gotta invite Goldman's band, and I got.
And then
if I
that
bring-
loudness is just.
No, I'm not asking us as a
Take
board.
band, and Miami Lakes Middle
I'm
Band.
not asking us as a board, I'm asking the principals, what are they bringing? Are they, if they're bringing cheerleaders, we can't say anything about that, correct?
Right, but they have space, limited space, they're gonna go present, they're gonna have a table,
Okay.
they're
You
gonna
know-
have a couple of seats, they're not gonna be able to bring 20 people, it's gonna be 2 or 3 people
Right.
representatives from the school. One will do the presentation up there, a couple will be at the table.
Do also add to the list, ask if Miami Lakes Tech will be showcasing their culinary arts department, because they did ask about that at the meeting. To let us know, that way they could, do that part during the
They're second of the presentation.
presentation.
Whatever they're gonna do has to be within their segment.
Did we miss anything, guys?
Oh, I think we covered.
If you guys wanna come pick up the flyers tomorrow, we have them tomorrow.
Yeah.
Could we ask the district if they have like a large banner? Or does a ton of like a large banner? Town of Miami Lakes,
What?
anything that says town of Miami Lakes and.
My banners.
Yeah, so
one
we
is
could put in the
Miami-Dade County
backdrop,
Public
because the
Schools,
backdrop
you know.
in where we're at, it's just plain. Something that we could add to the back where we're gonna be, where the podium's gonna be and the TV is. Because it looks dull, it looks plain.
But we could do like a Miami-Dade County Public Schools and, we could put 2 banners up there, whatever. This is a collaboration between the town and the school board,
Correct.
really, so.
If the flyers will be done tomorrow, then we can pick them up and start handing them out. I would have preferred that. And then ask the school as well if they've already distributed the flyers to the students. That way we can be all on the same page.
You could be waiting for the week before, You distribute 2 weeks too far ahead.
And then we're not gonna. Anything else, guys?
So we didn't.
So we
to
have
wait.
opening, we have the TV, we have the food, refreshments, the
You already-
tables.
You already put the request of the town of everything we need.
Yes, I put everything we need. We just have to let her know the parking spaces once we get that information. Flyers will be printed tomorrow. We gotta tell Dave, call Mike.
Okay, so we're talking about TV. When we did the awards, the town had speakers in there?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Because I mean, some,
I
they're
think you
gonna-
guys had a DJ though, right?
No, at the
Oh.
town. And then off the podium, it
so now we
would
need to
sound,
find speakers.
We have a speaker system.
correct, it was there.
At the Roberto Alonso Center.
No, it's just portable, so we can.
Oh, but
it's
Yeah,
portable.
yeah.
I know
I
this-
don't know if it works for that many people, if everybody's talking, like, I don't know. how
No,
to-
it is fine for what
Do
the
you
event we're
guys
gonna.
wanna test it? I wanna avoid any.
I know which system it is. You
There's
can,
a couple of
Okay,
systems,
listen,
well, the one that we had at the showcase, at the award ceremony was perfect.
but there's
Okay.
no way that I can confirm what you had, cause I don't know.
okay, do you wanna test it? I think we should test it.
Yeah, we'll test.
I mean, you don't have to.
I remember there was
No,
2
but I
speakers
agree.
about this size.
But what, and they were not a DJs?
No, there weren't the
No, I
DJs.
don't know if they were,
But
but.
you
No,
guys- but
they-
you
there
guys
was
had
a
a
DJ.
DJ,
We
right?
did have a DJ
We
too,
have a DJ.
but we're not having a DJ this time, but he had his own speakers. These two speakers I know were the towels because when we were cleaning up, they said, no, those are the towels, leave them there, and we left them there.
But if we can, I don't mind driving out there one afternoon or a couple of days before and trying them out.
Okay.
We can do karaoke, you know. When are they gonna set up the aisle? When are they gonna be setting up is that the day of or the day before, 2 days before?
Set up what?
The
Uh,
rubber
the-
rods.
The layout, it depends on if
Because I
there's
know-
stuff going on.
Right, because they have other activities, so it's not like we can go 3 days early and test it
Yeah,
out.
no, I have to find out dates and times for you and all that, you know.
But at the very
But what
least,
you really want is a system there to test it, right?
Yeah.
right, but the system will be there. The event is about on a Thursday.
Mhm.
If we're gonna have the event like by that Monday, so one day we can just drive by,
We gotta
whoever
get
from the
down
board
Thursday,
wants to
yeah.
go.
Okay, what else? The domino situation.
The event on the 10th.
Mr. Dominic?
Domino's gonna be playing that night, so.
But we'll see. We'll go with that.
Was it
So, something I want to bring up. In order for me to be the most efficient with you guys and help you, I need you guys to like keep me in the loop of things, because I think this has happened a lot with this committee.
Okay.
Parks told, when I went to go check on your layout, I was under the impression that we were using rooms 1 through 3. So I went to Parks just to confirm, hey, this, like, is this gonna fit? Do you think this layout is gonna work out? And he told me, yes, don't worry about it, because we've now cleared up room 4. Because somebody
So
went
I don't know
and made a
what,
request through the mayor's office,
so.
which is fine, but like, you guys should like
So
copy me
the
so that I
only-
can help.
okay,
assist
So let me fill you up on that. I don't know numbers, what's 1, 2, 3, or 4. I don't know how many rooms it is. To me,
No,
it's
I
all like
know.
an open
It
thing,
just
right?
takes away some space.
Right, so I personally went by the other day. I wanted to see the place. We were there. Lean also went there, because we have this thing as to how much space we have on the outside, how much,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah, I understand.
So that's all there was. At some point, it became known that the mayor had an issue, not an issue. He had a desire to do this proclamation, right? Our thing is, how do we do it? What space here, there, whatever? And the issue came up, yeah, but there's dominoes on the back, so we might have really, do we have
Yeah, you don't
have.
have
a partition or
have the
2
full-
partitions?
yeah.
That we have to open the side doors, all these things we're talking about. Okay, so I personally said we have a small space, okay? If we put the podium here, and then that's why I'm telling you about the banners on the back or whatever. And the issue came is we have limited space because we have to reserve a space for the dominoes.
Yeah.
All they said is, we'll work on it. You know, whatever they did or they did not do, that is through the mayor's office, like you said, they're gonna give the proclamation tonight, so the mayor's up. But I did see the layout of how, because I need to picture what we're gonna do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
when we went to see it, the layout was like, that room was being used, and then we don't use,
So you saw what it would have looked.
it
like.
was a tiny little, yeah, it wouldn't have worked for how we
No,
wanted.
it's fine. I'm just saying, in order for me to
No,
help assist you
no,
guys to the
no,
best
no.
of abilities, like, let me know. when-
Only other thing that
things are-
you can check on us too from there, make sure there's not gonna be soccer or anything at that park then.
No, Jeremy had already cleared that
Perfect.
up.
Yo como te digo, my thing is, the inside, how we're gonna do it, how's the layout gonna be?
Yeah.
Because remember, we had the debate of whether, to put the tables inside the little
Yeah, yeah.
conference room. And the
I know,
whole
but I
noise,
was
and him
under
and I
the
kept
same
this.
impression. That's why I was going to him to figure out,
Well,
hey, is this?
so
gonna
my
fit?
thing, so you notice we had sort of a disagreement what the layout should be or what we should do, right? And my thing is, if we put 6 tables inside the same little room, and somebody's trying to present, listen, people are not gonna be standing there for an hour and a half,
No, absolutely.
listening to schools present, they're gonna get distracted, I'm gonna go to this table, that table. So what we tried to do is, we noticed that there were some partitions, we even opened the partition and tried to do it. And we noticed like, well, what if we close it and we put the tables on the other side? Now, people have to pay attention to the speakers, right? Because there's nothing else, no other stimulation or stimuli going on around them. So once they're done, we can open the partition, whatever, or one of them, and they can go.
So that is what you guys are gonna be doing now. You're gonna open that, like, you're
Yeah,
gonna close it.
you
and
close
then
it
you'll
and then
open
we'll open it up.
Whenever
Or
you're-
maybe
Yeah.
one, whenever we're done.
Or two,
we'll
like
open it.
maybe 2 on the side, so you could have like a
So
hall.
then we need to be clear in that layout of where exactly.
Like
right?
where So.
Where you want the division, right?
So
The
let's
other
say that this is the line, right? It divide, this is the wall, this is the wall. You could divide one divider here and another divider here. That way you have the
So
flow.
the two middle ones is what you
Yeah,
want.
the two on the side, not the first one,
No.
not the first, the ones that follow. Okay, that way you have a flow coming in. And then you have the other entrance
I'll be
here.
honest with you, to me, it doesn't matter how it
So
all-
flow,
this is a-
flow, and then flow. In, and this is be in, and in.
Because if we open, this is,
No,
it's
I'm
not
just
very
like super
artistic.
confused, but that's,
I mean,
I mean, worst
what-
case scenario, I'll have you guys like meet up with. Parks,
Yeah,
Just to
yeah.
get it however you guys
See,
want. it.
see, I mean, I just
the
want.
day that we do the sound, we'll go over that with them.
Okay,
Alright?
The thing about it is, if we were to put any tables on the hallway, I was thinking daycares, right? Now we're maybe moving to other things because the daycares haven't replied and we're talking about. This
Just
program,
the three, just the after school programs from the town, which is a town
but
resource.
they haven't confirmed.
No, they're gonna find out.
Right now, we have only one confirmed, which is
The Florida
the Florida
Department,
Department of Education. And I don't know if Project Officer will be coming.
so we'll find out.
Yeah, that's up to them. Okay, but, so my thing is that, yes, if we open up doors, it's everybody's gonna be running through the side of it, huh? And nobody's really gonna be stopping because they wanna get to the school. So
I
if we
see.
could go
Throw-
straight to
throw-
the
throw
back
back.
and then they come out through the resource area.
if I'm being honest, I'm not following this. I need
No.
to like see it and. be there.
That's how I do,
Yeah.
that's why I had to go.
So that's,
So,
fine. I'll
look,
make
wait,
sure
wait.
that I
Yeah,
can.
you need to
see
know
it
you
first
can,
and-
The room is like this, okay?
Forget it, it's not-
And then the hallway, this is a hallway here. This is the other hallway. This is the entrance right here. This is the end. This is the hallway that you come in.
Okay.
The desk is right here, okay? So there's a door here, there's a door here, there's a door here, then let's say there's another door here, right? The middle of the thing divides here. We want to open here and here, like one partition, you fold it, like it goes like that. You can fold it, it'll make the room open in sense. One of those partitions you can fold and it opens up enough. Chairs here, and then this is the room with the tables. Table, 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 so on.
So he's horrible at it.
I know, I'm so Hobart George. So what he's saying, if we don't open this, right, the people will come out and then come in through it. If we open this, then people are not gonna go through here and see
Oh,
the
but you wanna
tables.
force them to go through the
Yeah.
They go, and then they come out
Yeah.
through the hallway and then they have the resource tables
They
there.
have-
Yeah, they're the resource table. So we won't open the things if you're
hall. So
right.
then you're not, so it's not, the middle is where you would find, you're literally using that divider in the middle of the room. You're dividing the room
Right,
into.
Correct.
exactly.
Correct,
Okay, that's
correct. So this
not
room
what I
is,
understood.
this room's gonna divide it in two chairs, and this is gonna be
Okay.
our
So
section
literally down the middle.
down the middle. Yeah.
That's easy.
Yeah,
That's the same.
I don't know, I mean, I did not measure if it was down the middle.
It's down the middle because you're dividing the two rooms.
The whole point is to divide the speakers and the presenters from the actual table with the schools,
Right.
because if not, people are not gonna be
Correct.
paying attention.
All right,
And does
anything
it
else?
matter which one's first? You want the chairs first?
The church and the church, yeah.
Yeah, chairs in that, like,
In the first
Tables
room,
in the, towards the end.
where the kitchen is, towards the end.
I've been to the kitchen either.
Anything else?
No, I'm good. You have anything else, sir?
Anything else from your side?
No, I will send these requests to her or these updates and then we'll go from there.
Okay.
But the flyers, so I'll have them for you guys tomorrow about how many you think you need.
How many schools are we talking about?
It was 11.
11 daycares?
So like 200.
But, yeah, I mean, we can do 20 per school. But it's not that we're gonna hit all 20 11 this week. I cannot go this week.
There's one next to each amount.
They're all
Yeah,
the,
but I don't know if they're outside of it, but
Ah,
they're
yeah,
anyways within the town. So we'll go with,
Well, these are all within the.
right, so just, can you forward that list to us? So that we-
and then we'll pick up the flyers this week and I'll get out, 2 days.
I mean, I can come by the town and pick up the flyers. I'm in the middle school right next door.
Pick up the flyer, pick them up for me.
Just text me what time the flyers will be ready. We'll take it to them.
Anything else? Anything else here? Do we have,
Adjournment, announce, adjournment.
no, then, I Motion to adjourn this meeting at 8:57.
Second.
All in favor?